Greetings! Hello to everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is Belle. I hope if you like some of these videos you will take an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. I don't usually say stuff like that, but I'm trying to put a lot of cool videos up, so you know, it's just an offering if you are interested. Help yourself. And so once again, this is a card reading that can be viewed and you can take inspiration from it at any time. It's not based on a certain day or a certain week. I'm not doing astrology in any way yet. So this is for your inspiration, and today I'm going to use these really cool cards that I haven't gotten into as much yet, but I think they're actually really cool. I haven't used them as much, just kind of been sitting there. It's called Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish, with really cool artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, it looks like. You've probably seen some of this artwork. You probably recognize it. It's a little bit gothic, a little bit like a forlorn female character. It's pretty cool. I really like these. For some reason I haven't used it that much. It's a little bit of an eclectic mix of oracle cards in this one, but I think I'm actually getting into it today. So what I did is I drew 3 cards for us today, and I wrote down some themes that I noticed. I wrote down what my take on it is, an intuitive message, and I will show the card as well, because you may receive an intuitive message that is your own. So that's really cool. I'm starting to feel more comfortable with the idea of things that are psychic, or things that are spiritual and new age, and things that are intuitive. It's been a long road. I don't know if you feel this way or not, because I know some people grow up being more open to spirituality and things that are intuitive, and other people like me are just completely closed off from it and then get into it later on. So I'm starting to feel more open with the intuitive stuff, so that's why I'm doing more meditations and card videos and stuff like that. Okay, it's really interesting what cards came up. It's really cool. Okay, so there are 45 cards in this deck, and we got the 45th card as the first card in this drawing. It's called Witch at the End of the World, and then under that it says an important end, a new beginning. So it's like really powerful imagery. Witch at the end of the world, and it kind of has that classic movie witch, like from The Wizard of Oz or something. And she feels like her time is running out. It looks like there's some kind of I'm just holding it like this so there's no glare. Some kind of hourglass there. She looks, I mean, all the characters look a little forlorn. She looks a little bit sad in this card. Witch at the End of the World. Okay, so I feel like this indicates a huge period of releasing old baggage so that you can move forward with ease. So you might be looking around you, because it's an end of some things and a beginning of something else. So you might be looking around you and you're saying to yourself, wow, like everything in my life is destroyed. But actually, it's a very bright new beginning. So that's what this card is about. She feels like she's at the end of the world, but actually it's the beginning of a whole new world. So that's pretty cool. And I got this image of it being like if you're having a dream where you're kind of at the edge of something, and then that classic symbolism, you realize you have wings to fly instead of falling like you are expecting. So it's very much an empowering card of something very new beginning. It's going to take you on this new adventure. It's going to be to your benefit. It's very, very powerful, and I think that's amazing. It's like I I don't know, there's a sense, like, also the term witch, I feel like it's important that they didn't just do any character, they did witch at the end of the world. I just think that's really cool. It's an empowering thing about being your own person and setting out on this new beginning, even though everything that you're leaving behind might seem kind of destroyed. Okay, the second card is called Three Witchy Sisters. So again, the witch theme. And underneath that it says the power of 3. And then in the image what you have is 2 girls with their eyes closed, and one person in the middle has her eyes open. Okay, so for this card, I feel like it's really important and significant that only one of the characters has her eyes open. So with the eyes open, it's symbolic of staying true to your vision of what life can be. I keep saying this on Instagram in a cool way, or it keeps coming up. I don't know if it's just my intuitive vision or what, but I don't know, it's kind of like a manifestation thing or a spiritual path thing. The world is a little bit malleable, and we're handed down certain things from our ancestry or from the people who came before us in society, but it's up to us to make a few tweaks, make a little bit of a change, and especially at this time when, I don't know, when there's a lot of freedom to try different things. I feel like it's up to us to have a vision of life and not just to inherit something, but to create something that resonates with who we are. So that's all from the eyes open. You might feel like some people in your culture or in society have their eyes closed, but you and other people you know have your eyes open. Then it says the power of 3. So what that brought to mind for me in terms of my intuition is actually, along with the witch theme, has to do with spell casting. So I feel like there are some witchy spells that rely on a triangular balance of 3 strong energies, and this is just something I'm kind of feeling out with my creativity, but it's a little bit along the lines of how pyramids are so powerful. Not exactly, but along those lines. I feel like sometimes in spell casting you could use a sense of 3 powerful energies that work together, and you would kind of, as a diagram, you would show that as a triangle, whether it be in a visualization or on paper in some way, like in your book of shadows, in your whatever journal you keep. So that's what I'm getting with the power of 3. And then the last thing about this card is a little bit of a sense of heartache. It's a little weird to be the person with your eyes open if other people have their eyes closed still. So along with the heartache, the message is be honest with yourself about how you feel and give yourself that continued freedom to be who you truly are. So once you feel a sense of who you are in an authentic way, you can't go back to having your eyes closed. It's not going to work out that way. So kind of like with the witch at the end of the world, you have to keep moving forward and keep discovering what the new beginning is, rather than just crying over everything that's destroyed behind you. Okay, and the third card is not a witch. The third card is, in fact, a mermaid. We got Eclipse Mermaid, and then it says a powerful energy shift. You can see there's a lot of red in this card, and it shows an eclipse. So it's interesting that it literally says a powerful energy shift. Obviously with the red, I'm picking up on a root chakra sense. So I think there's with the root chakra, with this card, it's saying that there's for you possibly a time of feeling a strong sense of being at home, and your sense of feeling at home will be to be yourself in each present moment. So I think I first heard this with a book by Thich Nhat Hanh. It's about being your authentic self and being at home where you are. Rather that's if that's a physical dwelling, that's your home that you create, but also taking your sense of home with you, like in your heart center and in your sense of presence in the moment. And I think that's an idea that a lot of people like. You know, it's again that theme of being true to who you are. So I also wrote down, it's a soul feeling, like a soulful feeling of your own presence and getting comfortable with that. I was thinking about what the eclipse part can mean, and what I came up with is that it's a sense of night vision. Well, I put that in quotes, like night vision. So with that, it's like your third eye. Using your third eye, you can see beyond just the physical realm. So in this way, there's this feeling of subtle energies and a sense that you are opening up and starting to connect with other realms and other worlds, or at least getting used to this idea or actually connecting in some ways. And also, it's a powerful energy shift, and it's when you're opening up to connecting with other realms and other worlds, you're doing this in a way that is safe and comfortable for you. I was watching a video recently on connecting with universal beings from other planets, and if I think of what the video is, I will post a link to it. Can't think of who it is right now, but they were saying that the really high vibrational universal beings will meet you where you are. They're not going to try to intimidate you or like force you to do something, because they're not controlling at all. What they'll do is meet you where you are. I think there's a couple videos that say something like this. So I will come back, hopefully, and either post the links in this video, or I will talk about the specific videos in a future video, because I don't want to misquote anyone or anything. But I think that's really cool that we can focus on all of the positive energetic influences that are possible as we open up to other realms and kind of a much more open and a much more broad sense of life and of what is possible. Okay, so if you wanted to tune into the card yourself, I recommend going back and just pausing, like literally just pausing the video when I held up the cards, and then see if you get an intuitive idea of a specific card. It might have a message for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your time and energy. It's really cool to be able to share these videos with you, and I will see you next time.